Hello. How are you? Good evening. Okay, we're doing this for a second time. Happy retrograde because this has been challenging. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm actually stressed. I'm worn out, and we just get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in because, girl, this is a mess. I ain't trying to waste y'all time like that. So let me go ahead. Let's get into my intro. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Happy Monday. So let's go ahead and get into this. But let me get into my intro first.
Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into today's video. So over the weekend, Fake and Fruad, they ended up going viral. First of all, let's talk about how Manosphere talking points are being rejected by mainstream media. I mean, I could do a video on that in itself, but the Black Manosphere, their talking points are being rejected by mainstream media. Now, why do you say that, Yoni? Well, over the weekend, they were on one of the biggest radio shows in Australia. And the radio show personalities are Kyle and Jackieo. And, it's a national radio station, by the way. So that means people can actually listen to them all over the world. And recently, they got the boot on the show. Okay. Now I know y'all saw the viral clip, but did you see the full clip? That is what's important. Did you see the full clip? Now, the title of this video is called "Men Think Sexy Photos on Instagram is Cheating." If that don't sound like Black Manosphere talking points, I don't know. I don't know what does, So that is cheating. Really? So let's go ahead and get into this. I told y'all the reckoning is here. If you're subscribed to my Patreon, the reckoning is here. I will be doing a reaction to a tarot reading that was done over the Manosphere because I'm excited. I just want to see what's really going on. And I want to react to the tarot reader that did a reading on the Manosphere here within the Black YouTube space. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the compliment. That's really sweet. So I'm going to be reacting to that strictly on my Patreon tomorrow. And I will make the announcement. If you're a member, I want you to go live with me because, I don't want to do it by myself. And I would love for you guys to come on New World Tarot. Yes. I saw that video. Hopefully y'all saw it too. I was very interested and intrigued by some of the things that she said in that reading because I was like, ooh, and it resonates with what's going on right now. So I'm like, ooh. So I will be reacting to that on my Patreon only because I know not everyone is into tarot card readings. And also because of some of the things that she said in that video and some of the things that I have to say following that video. Okay. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I put a new video on my Patreon and I made it available for both tiers because I want you guys to be informed about the reckoning and what it means for us. It seems like nobody is talking about how this will affect us, because this will affect us in a positive and in a good way. And so I want you guys to tune in into that video so you can look out for things that may affect you negatively from the reckoning that's happening. Okay. And it has a lot to do with safety things. Because with every, I will say, I will say this, with change, there will be bloodshed. Like, that is just, I have to keep it real with you. With change, there will be bloodshed. And that's with anything. So that's all I'm going to say, especially when it comes to something like this. So please go and watch that video. All right. Hold on. Somebody in the chat box is saying what? Hold on. Why is it on Patreon and not on YouTube membership? I actually don't do YouTube membership because YouTube be taking too much out of the membership percentage. You actually get more on Patreon. That's why a lot of people do Patreon over YouTube memberships. I'm trying to look. There was a comment. Oh yeah. Donna. Yeah, for sure. That's why I want to react to it. It's crazy. Okay, let's get on topic here. Okay, so this is the video. Let me blow it up some more. So let's go ahead and get into this live. Let's see how this all went down. I know a lot of you guys saw the viral clip, but this is the full clip here. So let's see what took place. But like I said, the title of this is Men Think Sexy Photos on Instagram is Cheating. So let's see what else was said.
Do you believe that any woman in a relationship should not have Instagram, or are you saying that just women who are in a relationship and are posing in their bikinis or, you know, doing any kind of sultry sort of stuff, they're the ones that shouldn't have Instagram?
Well, if you're in a serious committed relationship with a guy and you have, you know, sexy photos of yourself on the internet, you know, Instagram is just one medium that you can do it. Yeah, it is cheating.
Cheating, like, what about the guy? Is he, if he's in a relationship, is he allowed to have Instagram?
Yeah, we're different. We're not in our undies.
Sorry, Carl. I don't think I was asking you. I was asking these guys.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are men and women equal?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, we're not at all.
Okay.
We're not.
Oh, here we go.
Men and women are different.
So why? Yes, we're different. Of course, we're different. But, you know, were you talking about pay parity? What are you talking about when it comes to being different?
Well, the definition of equality is being the same in quantity, size, degree, or value, and nothing between us is equal. We're very different.
You don't think we are of equal value?
Well, here's the thing. From a human's rights perspective and, you know, the value of your life, yes, we're equal. No one is better than anyone in that regard. But when it comes to biology and intersexual dynamics, we're 100% different. And
that is true. Scientifically, he's correct. We are different, right?
But what I don't understand
is
how does that apply to the question that I asked when I said
so
to guys.
Let me get to it. So the reason why is because we have differing sexual strategies. Men want quantity, women want quality. So our sexual strategies are literally opposing each other. So men want to be able to get with as many girls as possible, right? Unlimited sexuality. Shout out to our guy, Rollo Tomas. We talk about this in detail. Versus women, I say women want typically unlimited security from the best man that they can get, versus men want to get the most women they can get. So it's been that way since the beginning of time. Powerful and strong men have had hordes of women, and then women align themselves with the strongest men. So we don't play by the same set of rules, and our sexual strategies influences how we view the world, how we view the opposite gender, how we try to procreate with each other. We're very different. So what men can do.
Y'all. So he basically saying that women go for quality and men go for quantity. Is that what he's saying? So he's basically saying men have low standards. Men have low requirements. Men they don't really have, I mean, like, what they don't really ask for, they only want sex. Is that all that they want? And then you want us to sit up here on podcasts and listen to you guys whine about the different women that you encountered because you literally picked over a good woman, right? For a woman that you could easily bed, and then you come online and you cry about it because she ended up burning you in the end. And you think I'm supposed to care. Just so we are clear, the men that I have talked about on this platform have been the quote unquote good guys, the educated lames, the nerds. I have never talked about a thug, a man that has carried himself to be a street ninja. I've never dated someone like that. So it's interesting that when we have these conversations, the quality in woman that you're referencing and the quality of man that I'm referencing, they're not the same. That's crazy to me. So you guys are sitting up here on podcasts talking about women that you know didn't want nothing serious with you, was most likely low vibrational because you cared about quantity over quality. That is what he just said. And he's speaking for all men, and men love to get in my comments and back them up. So I'm assuming you guys agree with him. Okay, cool. Got it. They want quantity over quality, ladies. So what does that mean? You could be the best woman for him and he don't care about that. So what does that tell me, ladies? Focus on yourself. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Why drive yourself crazy to be this amazing woman when men don't want that? They want quantity. They don't want quality. And we're talking about the men today. They don't see a good woman as valuable. They see quantity of women as valuable. These are the times that we live in. Please, God, help us. That's all I can say. God, please help us.
Women can't necessarily do sometimes, so we're not the same. And it's just unfortunately a double standard that does not benefit women for once.
Sorry, so just going back to that question that I asked, can a man be on Instagram
Yes.
in a relationship, but
Yes.
not a woman?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Why?
Well, does it depend on the content that they're putting out? Like, if I'm shirtless on Instagram, like showing me big fat man boobs and gyrating around a sexy dance, that would be cheap. What if I was just on there talking about, fitness apps and stuff? That's a whole different vibe. So it's content related, right?
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't think people understand this, that a man even a man that's extremely good looking is not going to get nearly the amount of options that a woman that's mediocre.
Are you kidding? No, that is so not true. Do you know how many hot guys get DM'd on Instagram?
Oh, we're not talking about DMs. We're talking about real life benefits,
you're
being
not. You're talking about
first at the shop and stuff like that.
I'm talking about Instagram. You're saying a man can go on Instagram in a relationship and it not be considered cheating.
Well, he just exposed himself. We know who's not in his DMs. We know who is not in his DMs.
So, okay, I'm going to get one of my guys to show you guys something. But yes, a lot of women are unaware of this. But men, unless they're in the top 2% of looks and aesthetics and everything else like that, they get virtually no play in online dating sites, Instagram. Men don't get as much sexual attention as women think. The issue is that women see the world through their view. They think, I get a lot of attention, so attractive guys must be getting a lot of attention too. And that couldn't be further from the truth.
They are, though.
Myron, how you gonna sit up here on Beyonce's internet and say this when almost in every live stream clip that I have seen of him going viral, he's constantly talking about how he get women, he get women. Am I crazy, y'all? And then all of a sudden now he talking about how he don't get women like that. We knew that though. What else are y'all lying about? I really want to know, because I knew you wasn't getting women. I could tell. I could actually tell. I've seen players move and how they move. And one thing they don't do is boast about how many women they get. They're very low key about it because that's part of them being a player. Players don't talk about the women that they bid. They tell on themselves when they do. So when you was sitting up here on your little podcast talking about how you was sleeping with this woman, you was sleeping with that woman, I knew you wasn't, because real players don't tell on themselves. They don't tell people what they got going on. That's why y'all never hear me talk about my dating life on here. I think it's great that people run with the narrative that I'm single, I can't get a man. You make my roster that I have very secretive, and actually you guys put me in a position to where I can protect my roster. Thank you. Like, I'm not about to trip about that. Real players don't talk about who they dealing with and how many people they dealing with. Are you dumb? That's why I'm like, this is not shocking to me, y'all. This is not shocking to me at all. I'm not saying I'm a player, but I do date around. And if you're like, you know, bragging and boasting every 5 seconds about you dating this guy, you dating this guy, or you dating this girl, you dating this girl, you ruin your chances. Gosh, now I gotta think about if I need to put this on my Patreon. I'm like, ain't nobody, you don't tell on yourself like that. You never brag about what you got going on, especially when you got something really going on. It don't make sense. Okay, this reminds me of Hafiz getting fried by Dr. Jordan Peterson. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a mess. And ladies, you should date around. Nobody's saying you need to sleep around, but you should definitely date around. You should date around. It's like shopping. Who don't want to do that? Okay, let's continue.
Men do not get nearly the same amount of
but
sexual
they're
attention.
still getting it.
We know.
So I don't understand.
Not as much as like, you know, there's a lot of sexy
but so
girls
just
online.
because a girl might get, say, let's say 50 DMs that have guys wanting to date her, and the guy gets 20 DMs, yes, there might be a little difference there, but they're still getting hit on by
Let's
females.
go back to the old nightclub rules. Let's go back to the nightclub. If you're at the nightclub,
Wait a minute. Okay, this is what kills me about men. Okay, this is what kills me about them. Men who have this mentality. How are you going to sit up here and say that men go for quantity over quality, and then you get mad because women get so much sexual attention? You guys create that environment. You nurture that environment. You nurture that society. You force that society. You keep it going. Because you keep saying things like, well, men, we value quantity over quality. So if that is the case, there will always be a man interested in your woman. You should know that. You should know that. You should know that. That's what kills me about people who be on Beyonce's internet talking about what a woman in this space on YouTube don't have. Are you crazy? Like, there's always somebody trying to get at somebody, especially when you're a woman, especially when you have an Instagram. And then you posting pictures and stuff like that, somebody wants you. So come on, you can't, they nurture this type of society and then want to play the victim. It just don't work like that. You can't be the victim of the very thing that you create. Y'all create that type of environment because, like you said, Myron, you put quantity over quality. That ain't our fault. Y'all sit up on Instagram and all y'all do is double tap, DM, double tap, DM, because you want quantity. That's what you said.
Club, and the boys have talked about this on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Boys will line up and will stand there for ages.
I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to show you guys something real quick.
Okay.
On the screen right here, we have a chart from OkCupid. And this illustrates that even the most attractive men in the light blue are not even are barely competing against girls in the mid-range.
It's not even half. It's not even half the level,
received, right? Not even half of the messages received. Yeah. Now, that's on a dating site. On Instagram, this is even more pronounced. Okay? And this doesn't account for, you know, the Plenty of Fish data, the Tinder data that we have. Men do not get nearly as many options as women. And even if we're talking about top-tier guys, they still cannot compete. Men and women are not the same. We're not blank slate equals.
No, I know they're not the
Very
same.
different. Hold on, let me finish, please.
You're just not you're not actually proving your point very well.
I literally have a chart on the screen proving that women get far more attention.
You've got a chart
than men
from
do
a
on
dating site that says women get more attention. Yes, that's obvious. But the point you made was that women should not be allowed on Instagram if they're in a relationship because of the attention they get. And you're kind of saying that guys can.
So, question for you. If you're dating...
Y'all, this is a mess. I'm sorry. I can only entertain this for entertainment. I can't entertain this like this is real life. This is fake to me. This is fake for real. I'm glad I titled it, what is it called? Fake and Fraud. Because ain't no way nobody is taking this nonsense seriously. At this point, this is just strictly entertainment. Sir, do you not understand that when you're using a dating app graphic here, do you not understand, like, every time one man gets on a dating app, he probably messages like 10 to 20 girls in a day? Of course we're going to get more attention. We're the prize. That's why we get so much attention, because you have sexual, I guess, needs, fantasies, desires. You see a woman, you look at her, you find her to be physically attractive, and so you feel that she can meet that, correct? Okay, so of course we're going to get more attention. And then if you see that in her, how many other men see that in her? How many? But see, us women, because so many people come at us all day, every day, we look for quality over quantity. Well, some of us, I can't speak for everybody. Some people, they look for rich over quality, or they look for a man with money over quality. I will keep it real. But for a woman of my stature, right, I can only speak for myself. I actually go for quality. A man with integrity. That is a high value man. It ain't about how much money you got. It's literally about integrity. And then after integrity, it's about emotional stability. Because if you don't have emotional stability, ain't no way in hell you can bring me peace. So those are the two things that I look for. And then I don't date broke. I'm sorry. A broke man can't do nothing for me. Okay? And if you got a problem with me saying that, y'all love when it seemed like when the third trimester come, that fourth trimester, men just seem to just, I don't know, they just get up and leave. So to ensure that my children have the best, if I'm ever put in a situation like that, they're going to be paid. They're going to be taken care of. They're going to be financially giving opportunities like tutoring. They're going to be able to go to either, a private school or a good school district. They're going to live in a neighborhood where they don't have to deal with gun violence and drugs. That is my responsibility as a woman. So I'm not going to go out here and lay down with no broke man that can't do nothing for me. Because the saying that I was taught growing up as a young girl was, if I was to get pregnant, because I carry the baby, it's mommy's baby, daddy's maybe, and I don't have time for that. So I will never lay down with a broke man. I'm sorry. What health insurance? Where's the health insurance? No health insurance? No, that's crazy. Nope, can't do it. So yeah, I don't do broke. So it goes integrity, emotional stability, and then financial stability in that order. As a woman, it's my job, correct? Okay. People want to talk about other stuff. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense to have a baby by a broke man. It just don't.
Somebody, right? Should be on a dating app.
Not on a dating app, no.
Okay, perfect. So do you know, right? Instagram is one of the biggest dating apps in the world.
Yeah, I get that, but it's also an app where people like to share other things. It's not all just thirst traps, right? So you know, if you're in a relationship, not every girl is posting a picture of herself in a bikini. So
here's the problem,
aren't they?
No.
If there's two scenarios here, right? A guy posts a picture of himself, let's say abs, shirtless, right?
Yeah.
He gets attention. A girl posts a picture or a story or a post, right? She gets attention.
Yeah.
The problem is that like attention is way outskilled and it's gonna be sexual because off rip, what do guys want? They want to look at pictures and take a shot at the girl. That's it. Girls may say, oh, he's cute, he's handsome, but they're not gonna really approach him like, oh, I want you. It's like, okay, cute, hard eyes, and that's it. Girls are gonna go after it like in a different way, we're saying.
And also we're specifying that when she has sexy photos of herself on the internet and she's in a relationship, that is cheating. That is disrespectful to the man.
Okay, what if the guy is posting a shirtless top and he's in a relationship? Is that cheating?
No, because it's not the same at all.
Well, it is the same. Just because it doesn't get as much attention.
I know why it's different, guys. Listen, as guys, we zoom in on the girls' photos. We zoom in.
So, yeah, but that's your issue.
Guys, let me break this down for y'all. Okay, so let's Jackie, let me ask you a question. What is your dream car?
My dream car?
Yes, your dream car.
Oh, I'm not.
She can have any car she wants.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the dream car? What do you want?
I'm probably driving. I drive a Range Rover. I love it. So let's just say I've already got it.
So let's go into a scenario here, okay? Let's go into a scenario.
But that's not us playing these sound effects.
I love
Just so you
that.
know.
You guys, let me tell you something about men that I have learned. The most insecure men out here are the most grimiest. The most insecure men are the most grimiest, or they have done the most grimiest things in the past. So did you see what he said? He said, what's his name? Kyle said, men zoom in. Was it Kyle or was it Myron? One of them said, men zoom in. So that's what y'all be doing on Instagram? Y'all be zooming in on women's photos? It seems like we're still trying to nurture a society that allows men to just be grimy and do things like that, invade women's privacy like that. Like, dang, sometimes women take photos in bikinis just because they're in a bikini, they're on a beach. Like, that's very normal. If you went to a beach, you would see a woman in a two-piece. What's the difference between seeing her in person on the beach versus on a beach? Like, that's just weird to me. I don't get that. That is very creepy. So a lot of men that don't want you to have Instagram, they don't want you to take certain photos for Instagram. I'm not saying that some of these girls out here are not out here just doing too much, but I'm like, something as simple as a bikini photo. It's because he has done some creep stuff. You know, he does creep things, or he has been a creep, one of the two. And so now he wants to project that insecurity onto you and try to control what you do with your Instagram, or just your social media in general, because he's a reformed creep, or he still is a creep. You never know with these men. So they be doing weird stuff. Like, who is thinking about zooming in on a woman's bikini photo on Instagram? And then how are we women supposed to be thinking like that? We're not thinking like that. Yeah, men can't control themselves and women can. That's basically what he's trying to say. Maybe your commentary should be towards men's inability to control themselves. Exactly. That's why I'm like, how are you over there bettering men on your platform if you don't even have self-control when it comes to Instagram? And then you push the accountability on women. Like, well, she shouldn't take photos like that. She take photos like that, it's cheating. Or maybe the men that are looking at her are creeps. This is why I don't post myself on Instagram, because that's just weird. This is why I don't. Like, this is why I don't have an OnlyFans. You won't see me ever with an OnlyFans. It just ain't happening. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Because this is what men be doing. They be on some creepy, weird stuff because they can't. Listen, this is coming from a man like this, two men like this. You know, they just basically said how they don't get the sexual attention that they so want and need, that they desire. So they on Instagram looking at bikini pics, zooming in on their photos so they can get a better look. Probably to masturbate. It is what it is. And see, to the women that are out here, when you out here posting, you can't be naive and think ain't no man out here masturbating over your bikini photo or your beach photo or whatever photo.
So we're gonna go into a scenario here. All right. And just let me finish this concept, guys. Let me get through it. Okay. So let's say you go to the dealership and you buy a brand new Range Rover, okay? Range Rover Sport. You've been wanting it for a while, fully decked out, $100,000, right? Australian, $120,000 Australian.
300 here. We got the luxury car tax. You don't know about.
Okay, that. 300K, right? Yep. So you drive it off. You shake hands with the car dealer, sign the paperwork, pay the money, buy it cash. You're good to go. Drive it off the lot. You don't care about it losing value, whatever. This is your dream car. Take it back to your house. 2 weeks later. Okay, the car dealer comes back to your place, says, "Hey, listen, man, we're kind of short on cars. We're gonna need to put a for sale sign on your car, and a couple days a week, we're gonna just need to put it on display back at the dealership, and one or two people might test drive it. Are you okay with that?" How would that make you feel?
I know he's not comparing.
I know the analogy you're trying to make. I own that car. I don't own my partner in a relationship, though. I don't own them.
Again. Answer the question. How would that make you feel?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Okay, thank you. That's exactly how men feel when their women post sexy photos of themselves on the internet to advertise to other men, because men are territorial with their women. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
You don't own us in a relationship, so we can post what we want. If you have an insecurity with that, that's on you.
Let me finish.
I'm letting you finish, but every time I let you finish,
you're literally cutting me off right now.
Yeah, like, I know. Okay, go.
Yeah,
go.
You are cutting me off.
Go. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm laughing because you're not letting me finish. So my point is this. My point is simply this. Men, that's how men view relationships with women. They might not admit this, but men are territorial with their women. This is why women that are promiscuous have a very difficult time getting men to commit to them. Because
okay, I have to keep it real. There is some truth to what he is saying. Okay, men are territorial, which is a good thing when it comes with boundaries. Okay, if a man, I tell y'all this all the time, if a man is not territorial over you, he don't care about you like that. I'm sorry, he don't care about your safety. He don't care about who you're talking to, who you're interacting with. He don't care to protect you. He don't care about you. He don't. Just like a young boy is territorial, if any of you guys have young boys that you are raising, they are territorial over their own mother. You know, these men, they don't play about their mama. So it's the same thing, y'all. Like it's the same thing. I have to keep it real with you. Like it's the same thing. It's the main reason why I stopped posting certain pictures to the internet. And my dating has improved by that. Better quality. Just keeping it all the way real with you. I walk the life. I live the life. It is what it is. When I was out here posting photos, but see, my photos weren't thirst traps. That was not my intentions behind my photos. And I actually have a video. That I did years ago. I don't even know. The real reason I stopped being an Instagram thought, I wasn't out here intentionally being an Instagram thought. I was actually posting photos for body positivity, but people didn't see it that way because of my shape, my build, and all of that. People just saw it as thirst traps. They didn't see it as a woman who grew up awkward, who grew up tall, who was knock-kneed and had thick thighs and all of that, had insecurities with my body. They don't see all of that. They see a girl with a banging body, taking sexy photos for Instagram, and they automatically will label you an Instagram thought. And as a woman, you have no control over how others see you, how they perceive you, right? And so how you present yourself, that's your introduction. And so people are going to use their discernment. Men are going to use their discernment over your appearance, as you should on him, to see if you're quality or not. It is what it is. So when you present yourself to Instagram, now we live in a social media world. How you put yourself out there, that's how they see you first. They don't get to hear your personality. They don't get to hear what you have to say, right? They don't get to hear your intellect. They don't get to hear all of that. All they do is see your boobs or see all of these other things, right? And they instantly will make judgment off of that. So you can't get mad at men for using discernment the same way you should be using discernment when it comes to women on the internet. Okay, you can't be mad. Now, the only thing that I don't agree with when it comes to Myron is the fact that he thinks that, first of all, taking photos for Instagram, sexy photos, whatever, is cheating. It's not cheating. I feel like you and your spouse need to come to an agreement on what they feel comfortable with when it comes to the Instagram. And that goes both ways. Okay. So if your man don't like you taking certain photos for Instagram, I don't want my man liking those same photos that he don't want me taking on Instagram. Now, if we can come to that agreement, we respect each other on that level, everything is good to go. But if he gonna try to control me in that way and like those same photos on Instagram, I'm gonna have a problem with that, because it goes both ways. I respect you by not taking those type of photos, and you respect me by not liking those type of photos, because the very reason why you don't want me taking those photos is the very reasons why you shouldn't be liking. Okay, we got another super chat, and this talk, yet they have some of these same girls on their show and they paid to play. Oh yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chavis. Thank you for the super chat. But no, so let's keep it all the way real. I can agree when the respect is mutual, mutual. But when it's one-sided, So the same reasons these men don't want you posting them photos is the same reasons they shouldn't be liking them. And that's what we need to really be talking about instead of always making the focus about women. Now, as a woman, if you out here having your fun on social media, posting photos that you want to post, you got to understand that those photos that you post, they never delete. When you post something to the internet, it's out there. You don't know where it goes. You may come across, and Kim Kardashian is coming to that realization. So a lot of women today are going to have that regret, especially when they start having kids. So you better think twice about what kind of photos you posting, because when you're 20-something, you're just having fun. No big deal. But when you're 30 plus with kids, a family, and a husband, and you got some photo floating around on the internet or some video floating around on the internet, woo, think twice. That's all I'm gonna say. Think twice about it. And then also, if your dating life ain't what it needs to be, if it's not what it needs to be, and you're struggling, maybe you should revisit. Maybe you should rebrand. Maybe you should do something different. That's what I did. And I've been having a good old jolly time dating quality men ever since. So I compromised to get what I wanted. I didn't lose anything. I compromised how I presented myself online to get what I wanted, which was quality. I was tired of attracting dusties, mainly dusties. It's almost like I went from hell. You know, of course, a dusty gonna try to holler at you, especially if you're at the gas station. I mean, if you're at the gas station, you're leaving the grocery store, a dusty gonna try to holler, right? But when you go out and you mingle at events, or you just go out on like a night on the town or something like that, you meet quality. Quality actually DMs you on Instagram when you don't post those type of photos and stuff like that. So it's just different. You know, sometimes you gotta compromise to get what you want. And that was one thing I was willing to do. I'm not saying that's what you got to do, but I'm telling you what the game is, and that is the game. He just told you what the game is. He just told you how men look at those type of photos. He just told you that men don't respect women who take those type of photos because of the attention that she gets from other men. And some of these women, you can't be naive. Some of y'all can't be naive and think that men are not sexualizing you in that way. Now, is it your fault? No, it's not. But you know that they're doing it though. And so when a man see that, and he sees that you're aware that it's happening and it's going on, he doesn't respect that type of attention that you get. So it is what it is. It's something to think about. And you have no control over it. So you got to go home like the grown woman that you are. You got to sit down alone and think, what is more important to you? Getting attention for Instagram, or getting you a quality man? Or if you don't want a man, you don't want to date, you don't want to get married, you don't want to have kids, I guess it don't matter. It don't matter. But if you know you want to settle down, you want to have a family, you're looking for a quality man, then you compromise. Okay? Compromise. It's going to get you farther, I'm telling you. And then this is chess over here. I mean, if you put the clothes on, you may be able to get you a man that will take care of you. You don't even got to take photos for a living. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you may not even have to take photos for a living no more. So it's something to think about. I had no problem changing my vibe on my Instagram. Ladies, you can't be out here wearing little to nothing on social media, expect to find a quality man. Yeah, it's sad, but it's true, y'all. I'm not saying I agree with it. Let me make that clear. I'm gonna repost my Instagram thought video that I created like I don't know how long ago, but I'm glad I did it though. And I was the guinea pig. I'm telling you, it's worth it. It is so worth it. If it wasn't worth it, then I wouldn't. No. But it's worth it, y'all. It really is. It really is worth it. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's freaking worth it. If I would have known, I would have did it sooner. Some of y'all younger than me. If I would have known when I was younger, I would have did it way sooner. Just being real with you. At the end of the day, though, it's your choice. And I don't project my judgment onto people. I do use my discernment, but I don't project it. So at the end of the day, you have free will. You do as you please. But just try it out. if it don't work, you can always go back to taking your photos the way you was taking them before. Just saying.
Because men don't want to be with women that other men have been with, or they don't want a girl that has high mileage. That's why when you went to the dealership, you paid full price for that vehicle, brought it back home, and then someone said, hey, I want to still be able to see it or whatever. You had a point of contention with that. Why? Because you paid full price for the vehicle and you feel like you're getting used and abused when you put all the money down. That's how men view relationships and marriage with women. If I'm going to give you my last name, you cannot go out there and embarrass me. Men and women are not the same when it comes to relationships.
Can I now say something? Women
Please, go ahead.
sometimes feel the same way. We could be in a relationship with a man who's gorgeous.
Thank you,
and he's
Jackie.
posting shirtless tops on Instagram, and we feel like
gray sweatpants.
That, that's a thirst trap, right? You're wanting attention. So why is it
Gray
different? I
sweatpants,
don't, you
gray
just
shorts
think it's
with no
okay
underwear,
for a
no
guy
bras.
to do it, but not okay for a girl to do it because you're territorial. We can be territorial too, but it goes back to my
the
point.
worst thing is a
But my
territorial
point
woman.
is that you just don't own someone. Like your analogy about the car is way off, because that is something I've paid for and I own. In a relationship, I don't pay for it and I don't own the person.
Here's the thing: you're letting your feelings, right, get in the way
I'm not.
of understanding.
I'm not. I'm thinking rationally. I'm really not.
Can I please finish my point?
You love saying that. You say that as a really, really a passive aggressive way of having a conversation. Not really, because I see what you're doing. I see right through it. But go ahead.
Here's the thing: I'm explaining to you how men view relationships. You might not like it. It might hurt your feelings. You might say, I'm not a piece of property or whatever, but with all due respect, f your feelings. This is
your feelings. I don't care about your feelings either. You're actually misogynistic and egotistical, and it's
okay. So wait a minute. Let's pause. Okay, this is why Fresh and Fit is not professional, because honestly, I didn't think Kyle or Jackie were rude to Fresh and Fit. I mean, of course, they weren't 100% agreeing with them, but they weren't, throwing insults and things like that. But what did he just do? And I'm pretty sure from this point on, this is when the interview took a left turn. So everybody wants to blame Kyle and Jackieo for how unprofessional they were, but that was just very unprofessional. And to be honest, this broadcast was going very professional. I mean, of course, they weren't agreeing 100%. Okay, no, that was not professional. That was not respectful at all. Just because they don't like what she has to say. You can disagree with someone and not insult them like that and say, oh, F your feelings. Like, who? You're on her podcast. This woman made a name for herself. She invited you on as a guest, and you disrespect the host? Now, I want to see somebody come to your house and disrespect you in your house and you not do nothing about it. Come on. Don't gaslight her like that. I wish somebody would come up in my house being rude to me. Of a woman to distract them from fighting for actual territory. Ooh, Miss Lady Muse. See, I like my followers. They know how the system is really ran. See, let me read this statement. She said, the patriarchy wealthy men gave average men broke. Okay, let's keep it real. Because marriage was made for wealthy men. Marriage was not made for average to broke men. Okay. Monogamy as ownership of a woman to distract them from fighting for actual territory, land, money, etc. Makes sense to me. That's how we got here. And now they're confused on what marriage actually is. They think it's ownership of a woman. No, it's legacy. It's legacy. It's titles, it's ownership, it's land, it's money, it's wealth. It's not women. And then some of these, I'm gonna just keep it real. Some of these black men out here chasing quantity, going broke. It's funny to me. And you know who get richer? I gotta say Asian men first. Asian men are out here getting richer. They are the wealthiest out of all of them. Okay. And as a black woman, if you divested, I'm gonna tell you to go for the Asian man, because it's really looking like they're going to be the most dominant of them all. So it's like, why play it small? I mean, if you're gonna divest, girl, divest, dive on the deep end. And I would go for an Asian man first. Okay. And then if you want to go for a white man after that, I mean, that's cool. But Asian men are the ones with the most dominance, wealth, and power in this world. And they really are taking over. And they run technology. That's why they're taking over. It's because Asian men are the ones creating the technology, y'all. Okay. For Jackie for hanging in there that long, because I would have cussed him out for the feelings and comments. I know. Okay. Okay, let's continue.
It's a kind of a concern the way you view relationships, like you have ownership of women. Yeah, that's kind of how it's coming across.
When do we say we own women?
Yeah,
oh, it's like if I'm going to give you my last name and I'm going to commit to you, then you're not allowed to have a for sale sign around your neck by being in a bikini. That kind of behavior is like, that scares me in a relationship.
Well,
I would never want to be with a guy that is like that.
A woman can do whatever she wants.
She can do whatever she wants,
We're just
honestly.
saying our standards are this. If you want to comply, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
And remember, we're talking about a committed relationship with a man. So if you put pictures like that on the internet, that's fine. You can do it. We never said you can't do it.
I also got to make this clear.
You're putting words in our mouth.
I got to make this clear, you guys. There's a difference between a man being territorial over you, as he should, but not controlling. There is a difference. There's a very thin line. There's a thin line when it comes to love and hate. And there's a thin line between a man being territorial over you, aka protection, versus a man just being controlling because he's insecure. Myron, he gives me, I am controlling because I'm insecure. He doesn't give me, oh, I'm a man and I'm territorial over mine because it's my job to protect her, right? And so I don't want my woman posting certain pictures on the internet because it's my job to protect her. He can't protect you if you're out here on Instagram posting certain photos that he knows other men that he has no control over, especially through his phone screen, to not look at you and disrespect you in that way sexually, right? But Myron don't give me that type of energy. He give me the type of energy like he don't want you taking certain photos because he's insecure. He's not confident as a man within himself that his position is not threatened. If he would actually focus on his job, which is being territorial to protect his woman, he wouldn't be so insecure about his position being threatened simply because this woman is on Instagram posting a very flattering photo, right? That's more sensual, not sexual, sensual. You know what I mean? Like there is a difference. So I don't know. There's a very thin line between sensual and sexual though too. Some of these women, they just being sensual. They're tapped into their sexuality to the point where it comes off very, very sensual, very natural, not forced, but it may come across to you as sexual. But are you sexualizing her? That's another conversation for another day. So he don't give me that. Like I said, ladies, to the ladies that are tuned in, there's a very thin line between territorial and a man just simply being controlling because he's insecure. And you need to vet him to see, is he territorial for protection and he's trying to provide and take care of me? Or is he territorial because he's controlling, he has insecurities, okay, and he's possessive? There is a difference, and you need to find out which one it is, okay? All right. And I will also say this, if you've never had a father in your life, you probably are a little confused on what that actually looks like, because I struggled with this when I was younger. Like, I'm like, dang, is my dad being controlling or is he being territorial because he's being protected? He was actually being territorial because he was being protected. Did he have some extreme, practices? Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. But I mean, now that I'm older, you know, and some of the aggressive attention that I deal with on my own now, it actually makes sense. You know, it just does. It makes sense. But when I was younger, I could never understand. I'm like, why is it this man don't want me to have fun. He don't want me hanging out with my friends. He don't want me doing nothing. And he was protecting me. So you got to figure out which one it is. And it really just takes time, just vetting. Okay. You're going to have to vet. Vetting takes time. Myron has very deep trust issues with women. I don't know what happened to the dude. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. They should be embarrassed because they're a mess. Yeah, this is a mess. This is actually embarrassing. I don't see how anyone can 100% agree with them because, you know, they make sense and then they ruin it because it's rooted from an insecure place. That's their issue. If they would just do the work and heal, okay, and find balance with their ideologies and their rhetoric, people would actually agree with them. Okay, let's continue.
Saying, if I'm going to commit to you, give you marriage, give you a title, give you a ring, give you children, I expect a certain type of woman. Why is it that when men have standards,
she's giving you all those things too?
Exactly. I love it how it's
she's
just
giving
them
you
giving,
women.
You're giving it to us.
Let me finish.
We should be so thankful.
Let me finish. When a man gives because here's the thing, women control sex, men control relationships. So since I'm the gatekeeper to relationships, you want to take my last name. Last time I checked, girls want to walk down the aisle in a white.
Y'all, and that's why y'all got to stop. Listen. Let me tell you something. Women, y'all got to stop saying this stupid stuff like, I need a ring or I want a ring. You feel like a ring. You feel like a wedding is going to validate you in some way that you're, I don't know, like valuable or worthy. Please stop doing that because it's going straight to these men's heads. I don't give a damn about a ring and I don't give a damn about a wedding dress. Okay. If I met a man tomorrow and I truly felt he was a soulmate, we were meant to be, he was financially stable, he has integrity, and what else? Oh, he's emotionally stable. I would marry him at a freaking courthouse in a t-shirt because I'm more concerned about who I'm marrying and not the fact that I have a ring and a wedding dress. Stop saying that. Like, men love to weaponize that against women. Like, I'm doing you a favor. Do men not understand that your penis does not rule anything? It doesn't. It does not rule anything. Women have control over the air that you breathe. Do you not understand that? Like, as soon as we birth you out of our birthing canal, we give you air. We give you life. So it's just weird how y'all sit up there and y'all try to brush over childbirth like it's not a sacrifice. But you know what? I don't even blame men for having this type of mindset or mentality. Women, first of all, two things. You need to stop giving these men kids so willy-nilly because they don't value it. These men really be brushing over childbirth like it's not a near-death experience. It is a sacrifice. Blood is shed. Okay? So when blood is shed, that means it is a sacrifice. These men keep brushing over it like it's no big deal. You couldn't pay me to have none of these men's kids. You cannot. There ain't enough money in the world for me to have these men kids with these mentalities. Because I'd be damned if I'm in a situation where a man is brushing over my sacrifice, my near-death experience, like it's nothing. Like, I'm giving you this and I'm giving you that. That stuff don't mean nothing to me. People don't know the difference. A lot of things. Same way they don't know the difference between equality and equality. No, they don't. They don't. I don't think they do. Just a friendly reminder, women, you are the prize. Don't let these men lower your standards so they can have more options. Weed out the dust. Yeah, weed out the dust. And Myron is dusty. He's dusty. Okay, he is dusty. The only women that's gonna date Myron are women that are trying to get a lick. No man, no woman is ever gonna take him serious unless she's just simply naive or she's just after him for his money. And to the men that pride men like this, and you try to walk in their footsteps, please understand the only type of woman you're gonna get is a woman that wants you for your money. Because she's only going to see you as valuable for that reason. You're not giving her nothing else to see as valuable. Because you're controlling, you're insecure, you're possessive, you're territorial, but not for good reasons. Like, it's all bad. So the only thing you really give her an option to do is just for your money, just for resources. And some women, they're so emotionally closed off because they're in their wounded feminine. There are women out here that are actually in their wounded feminine. They're going to settle for that. They're going to be okay with that. They'll put up with your possessiveness, your controlling ways, your insecurities for that check. But let me tell you something. If that check stop coming, just know she out. She ain't going to be there. Okay? So if you go from having money to, I don't know, you have a fall from grace or something like that, I don't know, you're not making the same amount that you was making when you met her, she ain't gonna stick around. I'm gonna tell you that now. Because ain't no woman gonna be putting up with a man like Myron if she is not being compensated for that. I'm just being real with you. So y'all love to put these men on a pedestal, but let me tell you something. You only attracting women that's going to get with you for a lick or get with you for some money. For real. You're not attracting women of quality. Okay. But I guess that don't matter because y'all said y'all want more quantity than quality. So I guess that's all that matters. Thank you for the super chat. Because that's crazy.
White dress with their father leading them, correct? To a man. Women are the ones that want security in a marriage. So if I'm a man and I'm going to give you that, I need to vet you and make sure that you are a good candidate to be my wife.
Oh my God, I want to vomit listening to what you're saying. First of all, do you live in the 1960s? Women are making their own money these days, my friend. I am the one that supports the man in a relationship. I don't need security from a man.
That
might be you.
And that's a lot of women.
That's bullshit. I'm jumping in on Jackie's side here.
Actually, hang on. Here's Palestine. She's wild. She's from Palestine. Don't muck with her. You're Molotov.
Just so you know, I post bikini shots on my Instagram and I'm engaged and my partner is totally secure with that. You guys are full of shit.
You're a bit of a thirsty bitch, though, right? On there when you're doing it. Who do you want attention from when you're doing that?
We can do it, guys.
We can do whatever we want. We're still going to get proposed to, dickhead.
Oh, wow. There's no need to be nasty, girls.
I'm not being nasty. I'm literally, I just think your views are really antiquated.
Here's the thing. Again, like I said, this is how men view relationships. This is how men generally feel. Relationships.
Not all men.
Well, you're gay, Brooklyn. Well, you stick to your own lane.
Men don't. Kyle, you don't. Speak up, Kyle. It's like
Can I finish my point here?
I'm not allowed. I don't think we're never allowed to talk in this interview, it feels.
Because here's the thing. You guys asked us to come on your show. We're answering the questions.
Where the black men at? Can y'all come to the front? Listen. When it's all said and done, when it all comes down, when it all boils down, let me tell you something. These non-black women, they're not going to be picking y'all because y'all sound ridiculous. And see, back in the day, when it comes to the history of the black woman, right? We would gatekeep your foolery. We not doing that no more. We letting y'all speak. Y'all say we don't let you speak. This is why we don't let you speak. Because when stuff come out your mouth, it don't make a lick of sense. And so now y'all outside the community. Y'all outside the home spreading this stuff, this toxicity. And now you literally, the more y'all speak, y'all run off other women. Let me tell you something. Black women, I hate to say it, but a lot of us grew up around toxicity. So our tolerance levels are pretty freaking high. But when you out here dealing with a non-black woman, her tolerance level is about like this slim because she knows she can go get her chat or brag and still post bikini photos to the internet. And you gonna sit there looking stupid. Like, I don't understand. Nobody want to deal with that. She can go get with Brad and Chad. And you know why Brad and Chad is so secure within themselves? Because they got their money. They know that woman ain't going nowhere. She ain't about to mess up a good thing. He let me take bikini photos on my Instagram, and he's financially stable, and he's emotionally stable. Who messing that up? I wouldn't mess that up. So it's like, come on. Black men, y'all need to heal. I'm going to need you to do that first, okay? Then you need to get your money together, okay? Heal, get your money together, okay? Work on those insecurities. because nobody wants to deal with that. No woman, nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody. I don't care how attractive she is. I don't care how much money you have. In the long run, she gonna drop you, okay? You saw what Cassie did. Cassie dropped P. Diddy and got her a white man, and you know, she looked happy. She glowing. She got 2 beautiful children. I mean, she just looked good. She looks like she's being taken care of emotionally. Every time I see a black woman that was with a black man and then she made some significant change in the quality of man that she was with, it's almost like her eyes are no longer sunken in and she just looks sad. It's just, nobody wants to deal with that. So that money, you know, a lot of women are going to wake up to the fact that money just, you know, financial stability is important, but being with a man that is rich just is not that important. You would rather be with a man that's simply financially stable, emotionally stable, and is secure within himself. Women are going to stop going for the richest man out here. What is it? What they say, 11%, 2%? I think it's 2% of black men, 11% of all men. Like, no, women are not going to go for y'all no more. Y'all asking for too much. So I don't know. Prophecy with this mindset, you only run into women who chase money, and then you claim all women are that way when really you're attracted to that. That's why I don't be feeling bad. I'm like, heal, get your money up. Yeah, y'all need to do that. Okay, heal and get your money together, and then we'll come back and review and see if you qualify. But it don't seem like y'all qualifying right now. This is a mess. This is embarrassing. But let them embarrass themselves.
And you guys are not letting us answer the questions. You're just cutting us off and shaming us or whatever.
I definitely let you answer.
I'm simply telling you how men feel about giving their commitment away to women. You don't like the answer, but I'm telling you how men generally think. It's just that they can't say this because look at how you guys responded to what I told you. Shame, guilt, insults, trying to attack our masculinity, whatever it may be. Men can't be honest with women because you guys can't accept the truth.
It's a debate. It's your opinion versus my opinion.
Going back to what you're saying you don't like care, like, oh, I could provide my own money, my own security. Congratulations. That's great. But regardless, when women make a certain amount of money, they still want a man that makes more money than they do, typically around 26% more. So, or no, 52% more. So
where are you getting those stats from? Can I ask?
That's just not here in the United States.
Please, I don't want another chart on the screen.
They want at least 26 to 52% more income than they do. Women date up. This has been known since the beginning of time. Women do not only date their equals, if not preferably higher. So if a man is expected to come in, right, bring security, make more money, etc., why can't he have requirements? Why is it that a woman can say, I want a guy that makes this much money, this tall, this good looking, this charming, this confident, and a man says something simple like, I don't like to date women that put sexy photos of themselves on the internet for other men to see when she's supposed to be my woman. Why is that met with such contempt from women? Tell me that.
Well, he should take his Instagram down too.
That's my whole point, is your double standards. You've got double standards.
I think it.
And that's what he don't understand. Like, what Myron doesn't understand is, it's like, I understand what he's saying and it makes sense, right? But when he feels that he could go out and do the very thing that he doesn't want his woman to do, or he likes the very thing that he doesn't want his woman to do, that is him basically, like, it contradicts his quote unquote standards and values. Because to me, that's a man that doesn't have good character. It's like, okay, you don't want your woman doing this, you don't want her doing that. That's great. But when you go out and you like that very thing, that is what I can't get with. It's the double standards. It's the one-minded way of thinking. And that's why it comes across as insecure. Either you're into that type of stuff or you're not. So if you're into that type of stuff, you're going to attract women that are also into that type of stuff. And so she's going to do that type of stuff. Then another thing, a lot of y'all men be out here chasing those very women. Then when you get with her, you expect her to dress like a nun. You got with her because she had her boobs out. Okay? You got with her for that very reason. Don't try to change her into something that she's not. Let me tell you something. To the women that are out here, these men are cheap. This is about money. These men are cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap. They're cheap. They want to get out here and get these women that they know are just, you know, they out here on their own thing. They may be in, Kanye West is a great example. They may be in their whole phase or whatever like that. I'm not gonna judge women that do it. It do what you do, right? But it's like they want those type of women that are, you know, into that type of lifestyle, that fast lane life, and then they want to slow her down. She ain't trying to slow down. This is what she likes. This is what she's into. If you don't like that type of woman, why don't you get with a woman that's not into that? Instead of trying to get with a woman that's into that and then change her into something else. She don't want to change into that. I don't get it. Yeah, it's very cheap because they know a woman that's not into that fast lane or that fast life, she's more quality, so she's going to have higher standards when it comes to, and when I say cheap, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about character. They want cheap character, right? Because she's easier. That's it. You get with a woman that has cheap character, you pretty much can do whatever you want. You get with a woman that has higher standards, she's more quality, she's going to make you work for it. That's what they don't want. So it's a mess. So yeah, when I say cheap in this section of the conversation, I'm just speaking on character. Cheap character women are easy. Expensive character women are not. It is what it is. And it's not even knowing like their worth or their value. It's simply like they just have higher standards. They have morals and stuff like that. Cheaper character women, you know, they don't have morals, or the morals that they do have, they're easier to bend. For some women, they're not so easy to bend, you know? It is what it is. So, what am I lying about? Oh, man. Because I just don't feel like a woman loses her value with sex. Like that, I don't believe in that. Sex is natural to me. Now, what's not natural to me is having multiple partners, because biology says your pH balance will be thrown off. So I don't promote promiscuous behavior for that very reason. It does not help the woman's sexual health. It's not healthy for a woman to be out here with multiple partners. It's just not. It don't matter if you got a condom on or not. It's just not healthy for you. It will throw off your pH balance. That's why when you do see women that are out here and they are being promiscuous, there's so much that goes into that. Okay, a lot of monostat. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot that goes into it. So I don't promote promiscuous behavior and activity, but I don't feel like a woman loses her value though. I just don't believe in that. She's still a human being, regardless of what she chooses to get into and what she chooses not to. Okay, but I don't feel like it's necessarily healthy. But neither is drinking, neither is smoking, neither of those things. Okay, when you or food, when you eat too much of it, none of those things are healthy. So that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm better than her. Oh my God. Yeah, you know your pH balance, you get that BV, it's over with. And then that's another thing. Women, we don't even have to have multiple sex partners to get BV. That's how sensitive our body is. Girl, that should tell you something. The person that you're dealing with can have multiple partners that you don't know about and can give you BV. Okay, so it's like, why would you knowingly expose yourself to throwing off your pH balance and some other crazy stuff that goes on with your vaginal care? I'll say that. It just don't make sense to me. So yeah, you see girls that be out here, I don't judge them, because listen, I have addictions too. You know what I mean? I've overcame addictions too. So I'm not going to judge you. I'm not saying that all women have sexual addictions and things like that. Some women do. But I'm saying, like, when you over partake in things, they tend to be harmful. It is what it is. I don't care how you slice and dice it. They tend to be more harmful. Okay, let's continue.
It's a jealousy issue, because like I've dated women that were online and had big Instagram followers and models, singers, all this. I've never thought, oh, like even my friends though, you're not wrong. My friends have said, bro, your missus is doing this online or whatever. This is over the years. And like, I couldn't care. Like I'm
and
maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe not. I don't know. But I do agree with Jackie that your partner shouldn't be, it's not like a pet. You don't own them. You can't control them. But I know what you're saying. You're not wrong what you guys are saying. as a generalization, I think some men, some women, they think differently. But
Yeah.
I do think when you're younger, in your 20s, you are jealous. Men are crazy. We don't get our head together until we're in our late 30s.
Can I just
we're mental.
stop you guys for a second? We're going to take a short break and come back. Is that okay? Because we've got calls coming through. So people that want to ask you some questions. We have some calls because if you just tuned in, obviously we're talking about a viewpoint that you guys have, which is if you're in a relationship, a girl should not have an Instagram account because technically that's cheating because of the amount of attention she gets from
it's
guys.
not just the account. I think it's the account where you're gyrating around in your undies or less and blowing kisses and all this stuff.
I'm pretty sure I asked, can you just have an Instagram account?
We clearly established that it's sexy photos when you're in a committed relationship that's disrespectful.
But the thing is you're saying a guy can post sexy photos and he can do that in a relationship.
Yes. Men and women are not the same.
Right. So, but you said that men love quantity over quality, right? So
that is true.
You'll react differently when a female pays you attention.
Men and women are not the same, but respect is mutual. Myron, what is so hard for you to understand about that? That is mutual. Respect is mutual. Okay? So if you don't want her taking sexy photos, why do you feel like you need to be taking sexy photos? Like, come on. It goes both ways. And oh my God.
To what a female would.
Any attention from any female ever is just we think, oh yeah, they want to bang us. That's what we think.
Yeah. And so I believe that you guys are more likely to act on it because, like you said, it's quality over quantity.
That's correct. Yeah. I think she's spot on there.
From a male perspective or a female perspective?
So from your perspective, you say the males want quantity over quality.
Yes.
So if you're getting attention on Instagram,
you're more likely to message them back.
You're more likely exactly to act on it.
Okay, but the thing is that women rarely message men. Like I showed you guys before.
Yeah, but it was half, only half.
Well,
according to your data.
Yeah, you're still getting messaged. So let's say I'm getting messaged by. Can I just make one point? Can you just let me finish for a second?
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on, let me respond to the super chat. We know all about female nature. As a man, I'm assuming you're a man. How can you say that? I would never sit up here as a woman and say, I know all about male nature. I don't know. I don't. Like, that's crazy to me. As a man, how can you sit there and say that? You know what a period is like? Because I don't know how to piss and stand. I don't know how to do that. I know how to piss and squat, but I don't know how to piss and stand. That's crazy. I don't know what it's like to wash balls when I get in the shower. You know what I mean? Do you know how to cleanse a vagina? It's very complicated. You know what I mean? Like, I would never say nothing like that. I'm sorry. That's just ignorance. If you think you know all about female nature and not be quote unquote woman, that don't make sense to me. That's the stupidity. I would never sit up here and say none of that. Ever. I have, if you think I sound like Kevin Samuels or Fresh and Fit, it's because I grew up in a home with a father. So a lot of my talking points come from being around men who have protected me, who have watched out for me, who have sat down and would have conversations with me that would prepare me for certain things that I would deal with when it came to men or boys. You know, like, I don't listen to their content. I'm sorry. I don't tune in to Kevin Samuels and I don't tune in to Fresh and Fit. I have men in my life that care about me. So a lot of my talking points will come from the advisory that I would get from them because they care about me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would never sit up on here and I would never tell men, or tell women, well, this is what it's like to be a man. I'm a woman. I don't know nothing about that life. Now I could go call my daddy, or I could go call my brother or a male friend of mine and we can get it cleared up. But I can't sit up here and confidently say that. That's crazy to me. Okay. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that.
you're going to ask a question, you should let me finish.
I just want to make one point. So if I'm on Instagram and I'm getting 40 DMs and you're getting 20 DMs, my point is that you guys are more likely to respond to the 20 DMs than we are to the 40 DMs.
Here's the thing. Men and women are not the same. Men are more
likely to reply.
They want women like attention. Men want sex. That's how it is. So when a girl's out there advertising herself, it's not the same as when a man is advertising himself, because a man's not going to get nearly the same amount of attention. And then on top of that, men of status, men that are attractive, that have money, hey, it's just exercising options. Men are going to go ahead and enact on those options if they have the ability to do so. Ivy. So my thing is, a man is capable of having sex with other women while still loving his girl the same. So it's not that big a deal. But it is a big deal if your girl's out here and are fielding options. If your woman's out here fielding options, that's an issue.
Oh, sorry. So you're actually saying that in a relationship, it's okay for men to go and explore other options, but we have to be happy with you and not explore options.
Absolutely. Close on your end, open on my end, and I think there should be honest between the two.
Why? Why would anyone agree to that?
Let me tell these men something. Let me tell you something. There's always gonna be a man. Okay. Especially if you got a good woman. Because you gotta understand that good woman, she's probably been a good woman for a while. I mean, good women, they're not created overnight. You get what I'm saying? So that means if you come across a good woman, there's definitely a man that still wants her. So you could go out here and weigh your options, but I'm going to just keep it all the way real with you. Because I've seen some crazy things in my life. I've seen a man corner my own mama. Yup. Married woman cornered her. And I don't know how old I was. I was a young girl and I walked in on something, but I saw the whole thing go down. This man was trying to corner my mom and get at her behind my father's back. And you best believe I went and told my daddy about that, because my daddy was just a little too friendly with him for me. So when you have a good woman, there's always going to be a man around that's just waiting for you to mess up. So go ahead, go out here and weigh these options. Ain't nobody going to be worried about you like that, because I guarantee if she is truly a good woman, there's always going to be another man just waiting to take your place. And then let me tell you something. This is how karma works. You mess over a good woman, you bump right into a karmic. Ask Shaq. Okay? You heard what that man said. I take full responsibility. I was the reason my marriage failed. Oh, really? Shawnee out here engaged right now as we speak. Interesting. Like I said, you screw over a good woman, she can have you replaced. Good women are hard to come by. And then you're going to bump right into a karmic. You're going to be in old age. Your body is shutting down on you. Your penis can't get hard. Your balls done drop to the floor. And you got streaks in your drawers. You don't wipe well. You know, like, you're just a mess. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. And then now you with a karmic. She don't love you for real. She just with you because maybe you got a little bit of money. Maybe you got a pension. I don't know. But she don't really care about you like that. And then you got rid of the good woman that actually cared about you with your drawers and the streaks in your drawers. And you got rid of her because you wanted to weigh your options. Not smart. You didn't think about retirement? Crazy. Interesting. So yeah, there's always gonna be a man just waiting for you to mess up. Just waiting for you to mess up. So I'm just like, what? Please. I still got men chasing me to this day that I have not talked to in years. Like, are you serious? Okay, there's always a man waiting for you to mess up so they can be with that one. Exactly. And then I'm gonna be real. It's because and why is that? Because they messed up their chances with her when they had her, so they still want her, and then she actually chose you and you messing up. Oh, you know, people change. She may double back and get with somebody that she wants from her past, or she may go forward and meet somebody new because karma is in her favor. So good karma, at least. So it's just not smart. That's why I don't get into those type of games. You want to weigh his options like that. Well, good luck, sir.
You can't just go throwing that thing around and women sit at home waiting for you to come home, to smell the juice of another woman on you.
Here's the thing. Can all men get away with this? Absolutely not. A small minority of men can. But the reality is, since the beginning of time, strong, powerful men, right, that had money and status were always able to have hordes of women. Look at Hugh Hefner. Look at Dan Bilzerian. Look at kings. Look at sultans of past. This is what women do. Women are attracted to men.
But mate, bro, I spoke to Dan Bilzerian. Yeah, I'm sick of you asking to finish your long, boring answers that are the same answer every time we ask you a question. Even Dan Bilzerian last week told me to my face, so fucking what, clown? Here you are on the show. I can turn you off as well. Just turn these clowns off. See you fellas, grow up, ring us back when you're 30 and you've got half a brain. You're not running around being led by your own dicks. Bye-bye. See you later. Turn them off. Well, Jesus Christ. Now, these guys, I didn't mind having them on. Yes, we asked them to come on the show. Yes, we asked them their opinion. This dickhead over there, he just keeps going, men and women are different. I know. I can root who I want. Exactly. A woman should just do what I say. No, grow up, bro. Grow up.
You know what I love about this conversation? These men gonna keep attracting women that only want them for their money. They not gonna get a woman of quality. They not gonna get a woman of quality. They just not. They not. I'm sorry. They too busy trying to lead with they D in their pants. You heard what that man said. And two things that I have learned about black men. They lead with their penis. They think that rules something. It don't rule nothing. Money rules things in this world. Wealth does, not your penis. Okay, so let that go. Let that go. You think you dominate the bedroom, that's doing something. Do you not understand that men who really dominate, they be tired? Their sex drive is actually low because they're too busy actually doing what they need to do that involves creating money and wealth. That's why I be telling women all the time. I be like, listen, now, if he got a good job, he probably gonna give you some lazy D. He work long hours. He probably gonna give you some lazy D. So because I am the woman that I am, I'm like, you know what? Let me go for a man that's, he make good money, but he ain't wealthy because I want him to be around. You know what I mean? Shoot, I don't want to be in no mansion by myself being lonely. I think about stuff like that. So I don't go for rich men. What's the point? He ain't gonna never be around. You want to be in a mansion? Well, he ain't gonna be there. He gonna be working because he work a lot. Men who have money work a lot. So it just don't make sense. Okay, this is why black men who really think they rule something with their D, it's like, sir, real men that are out here ruling, like I said, they out here giving lazy D, and they can give lazy D. Women gonna give them a pass for it because they provide. They bring home the bacon. They take care of their kids. You get what I'm saying? So we gonna be all right with the lazy D. You don't gotta put in as much work because you put in work outside the home, which is actually more beneficial to us than your D. Oh my gosh. So I just, oh my gosh. They really think they D is money, y'all. I mean, are you a porn star? What are we doing? That's the only way you can ever create some type of dominance with it is if you just, making good money that way. I mean, I guess, but it's no. So I'm gonna need y'all to get a job. Try to get some money. Something. That is the only way you're going to get true dominance in this world. But if you're just trying to dominate women, I mean, I guess if that's all you care about. But if you actually trying to compete with other men, then it's a no. Like they're going to sit up on a podcast just like this and laugh at you. That is what they're going to do. That is what they're going to do. And look, he could be average. This man could be average. This man could be corny as hell. But because he got a good job, he made good money, probably has made some good investments. He's probably emotionally stable. He's gonna get a pass for all of that. Women don't care about that. And that's another thing. Women, we don't look for the most attractive man. That's another thing. We don't care about that like that. That's why y'all be getting mad when y'all see a man that's average looking with an attractive woman. Oh, he gets somebody like that because he got his stuff together. That's how.
Even Dan Bilzerian said he's so lonely because the rooting around and the parties are fun, but the guy's lonely. And all the way, by the way, during the whole ad break in the song, they were just shit canning you, Jackie, on their podcast.
I'm not surprised, Kyle. I mean, they just think because if a woman has a healthy debate that, we're punished.
These are misogynist toads that have got a bit of a podcast, and all their followers are probably also misogynists, and that's just the way it is.
For
And
sure.
it takes all types to make the world go round.
Yeah,
These
but
guys are out tipping it
there are
everywhere.
men
That's
out
fine.
there on podcasts that have an audience that actually believe this stuff and are influencing people with these antiquated views about women.
Now, hang on. Mitch has called through from Penrith. He agreed with the boys. And I sort of did on a few levels, but then they got too weird, like a weird hating women cult.
Right. Yeah.
Mitch, what did you agree with on that, and what did you not agree with?
Mate, they delivered it completely wrong. What it should be is, I have no problem with anyone having Instagram. However, if you commit to a relationship with your partner, whoever it is, you're giving them your whole self and vice versa. So why do you need to have the Instagram and post the photos? Shouldn't you just get in the bikini and say to your husband, geez, don't I look fantastic? And he'll go, you look amazing, like the first day I met you. And isn't that enough? Isn't that why you went together, to say, look, I think you're beautiful? So what is the point of the posting?
I do get it. I do understand that some men get jealous of that and start thinking, well, Jesus, you're not just walking through Westfield in a bikini, so why are you just throwing it out for the world?
I think that's up to every individual relationship, and I think that's your choice and your partner's choice. That is true.
Everyone's different.
If a man expects that, then he should take his photos down as well. Like,
absolutely,
it's easy.
Let's go to Kayla. Hi, Kayla. What do you want to say?
Good morning.
Jackie, you held your composure so well, because I don't think I've yelled at the radio so much in my whole life.
I knew if I was yelling, or they'd just be like, "Oh, typical woman screeching."
Yeah,
so
that's right.
they go to the real obvious digs, and there's not much
without
in
a doubt. And I think, Kyle, thank you for coming to your senses in the end.
Sorry, listen, I tried to hear their point of view, and then they just kept dragging out and the same, it was like a political statement, just kept saying the same thing over and over again. And that shit doesn't fly. It's
mate, they're dumb enough to run a country, so you may as well let them. But at the end of the day, I've been with my husband for 15 years. I'm on social media. He's not, because he just doesn't know how to work it, bless his soul. But they're pretty much saying that it is my responsibility to control men's actions in my inbox. I'm not accountable for what men do in my life.
You better
That's
tell
their own
them,
business.
Kayla.
So if men are coming into my DMs, it's my responsibility to shut it down, which they're not. But if that was the case, I'm not responsible for them. They're responsible for themselves. So don't you dare put that on women. That's like saying if you're wearing a bikini, you're asking to get assaulted.
Yeah,
exactly. It's the same sort of mentality.
Yeah.
100% it is. That is their problem. Good luck to them. Please don't ever let them in our country.
I think
Won't be listening to their podcast.
I do think a lot of young men do sort of go down this road because they're so full of confusion and jealousy and turning from a boy to a man. You're a real whack job. And I'm not joking. I'm serious. Everyone I know admits that they were a lunatic until they were in their late 30s, because we are still growing. Our brains, our bodies,
Oh my God. These Kyle over here talking about these men like they still in they like teens. Listen, nobody cares about Fresh and Fit being here to stay. He gonna keep y'all men, he gonna keep you single, okay? Nobody cares. Just like the feminist movement, the third wave feminist movement kept women single, this red pill manosphere is gonna keep you single. And when you get old and your balls start to shrivel up, right? And you in that nursing home being taken care of by complete strangers, okay? And you waiting on that, I don't know, social security check, pension check, one of them checks to hit your account because you're broke. I'm not going to care. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm probably going to be on a beach somewhere enjoying my life while you cooped up in a nursing home. You know what I mean? And I try to do right by people too. So when I do become, older, right? And I need somebody to take care of me, I have good karma while being taken care of in old age. Now, y'all, I don't know about y'all. I don't know. More men want to improve and do better. Shout out to the lovely ladies in the chat. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, like I said, that mindset is going to keep a lot of y'all single. And I tell men all the time, you're going to run off women. You're not, and this is the thing. You're not running into women that you want to be with. That's another thing. You keep running, you're going to run off any woman that is of value away, But see, that's the thing. You guys prioritize shallow stuff. So it's just it's crazy. Oh my God. And I thought I'm gonna just block her. I don't know who this is, but Mary girl, you gotta go. You're trolling. Jackie took multiple interruptions, yet Kyle kicked them off after one, but guess who's the Manosphere is dragging? Spoiler alert. Not Kyle. Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. They love to drag women, and it's like, dang, he's the one that kicked them off.
Our thoughts, our opinions.
Right.
These guys are just young, idiot. Young, dumb, full of cum. That's all they are.
That's it. Okay. We'll take one more caller. Hello, Chris. What did you want to say?
Good morning.
Morning, guys. Yeah, I've been in a relationship, actually married to my wife for about 7 years.
Yeah.
And I can't believe what these guys are saying. I'll take a photo of my wife in a bikini and tell her to post it. Like, the analogy with that Range Rover that is the same thing.
Yeah,
it was the dumbest analogy. I mean, honestly.
God. No, but seriously, like, if I've got a girl with a good-looking bob, which I do, I want to show her off.
Yeah, you're proud of her, right?
That's why I think it's up to every individual relationship. Everyone's different. There's no blanket rule, you know. Some people might not be comfortable with it. Others, like Chris, are happy and proud that their wife looks great in a bikini, and you post whatever you want to.
That's right. Jackie, you should do a thirsty topless shot and send it over to the fellas now and see what they think.
Yeah, well, I will.
Will you? Oh, I was totally doing that as a joke. I didn't realize.
It'll only give them more ammunition.
Okay, we're going to play everyone's favourite radio game. Forget about those idiots. We're going to put something in Jackie's mouth and people are going to ring up and guess what it is.
Not misogynistic at all.
13-1065. Very kiss.
Well, that is pretty much it, you guys. Oh, wait. So, I'm going to tell you now, the men out here, listen, you start mentioning Kevin Samuels, you start mentioning Fresh and Fit, that girl going to get right up from the table and she going to leave. It's a red flag. Okay. It's just a red flag. She going to get right up from that table. These men are not trying to help you get women. Okay. These men are trying to help you get men. They're not trying to help you get women, because y'all really be looking at us like we're objects or something like that. That woman going, and I'm gonna teach them too. If a man mentions Kevin Samuels or Fresh and Fit on a date, I'm gonna need you to just go ahead and get on up from that table and walk away. And the reason is because I'm not saying all of Kevin's talking points are toxic, but a lot of them are. They don't favor women. They don't. And it's not even in a balanced way. It's one-sided. It's a double standard type of way. And so it would make sense if men were actually providing and producing and things like that. But y'all not doing that. So it's like, I'm not about to listen to what you got to say. I pay my own damn bills. Ain't nobody paying my bills but me. So why would I listen to you? And it seems like getting with you would mean I would have to submit myself to being in prison with you. I'd rather be single. Ain't nobody dealing with that. If you're familiar with mediocre tutorials and reviews, but he admitted that his finances and male improvement vids get no views. They love women bashing videos. Yeah, we know why. But I got to keep it real. Y'all do too. You women do too. If I was to post a positive post or create a positive video that has something to do with like finances or self-love and confidence and stuff like that, it don't never get no love on this channel. That's why I stopped posting the crap. That's why you can't get a makeup video from me. I'll give you some hair videos and stuff like that. But I know even when I do the hair and the makeup videos, it got to be real short. It can't be long-winded. That's why I don't make it. I'm like, I ain't doing that stuff. Y'all like those type of videos. Y'all like these type of videos. Look how many people are tuned in right now. When I made a video about, I don't even know what it was about, but it had something to do with weight loss and self-improvement and stuff like that. Nobody wanted to watch that stuff. People like drama. So, yeah. There'll be a few of you that will watch it, but it ain't gonna be the majority. Just gonna be real with you. It's just not. So that's all that I have regarding this video. I'm just being honest, okay? I look at my analytics and I just be like, dang, that video was so positive. No love. Nope. So that's why I said this video is strictly for entertainment. At the end of the day, you know what I'm gonna tell you. Focus on yourself. Get some self-love, get some self-confidence, and allow these men that you want come to you. You attract better when you in better energy. Why are you telling them we want them to tell on themselves so we can save ourselves? Listen, these men gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. If you don't get that red flag, you're gonna get some other red flag. You should be out here dealing with broke men anyway. So you go ahead and check that off the list. That's 90% of them. So you only got 10% left that you can really choose from. But low-key, the white men are usually this as a reason to tell their daughter to stay away from black men on average. Ooh. That's why I said they embarrassing themselves. Like when they come out of their echo chamber, they sound crazy. Like nobody wants to deal with that. They turning off a lot. That's what I'm saying. To the men that are on here watching, those men are turning off a lot of women, quality women, not the bird head brain women that, you know, you try to have a conversation with them. They have no intellect at all. None. Or if they do, they don't use their intellect. They use their beauty and their body to get what they want, right? And so those are the type of women you attracting. You want a woman with a brain. You want a woman with beauty. You're turning her complete off when it comes to this type of stuff. Like she's not being turned on. She's being turned off. And she can still have a great body, a great personality, beauty, brains, intellect, and everything like that. And you're turning her completely off. Okay? So yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. So on that note, I'm going to end this live. You guys have a lovely night. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be going live on my Patreon. I will be posting the link so you guys can have access to it. But I will be going live to react to the tarot reading regarding the Manosphere. Okay. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Please like the video. I would really greatly appreciate it if you could like the video. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.